Heath always talked about being a rock star. We met playing instruments as students. We were very similar in a lot of ways, had a lot of same interests. We were both working futureless dead-end jobs while we were taking classes. We both had a taste for alcohol, drugs, and women. We quickly became best friends. We were out to become legends.
Yes, it's not awesome. Okay, let's do this. Right? We're supposed to start.
The Journeymen was a project that Heath and I were both very proud of. It started when Dusty, who was working with Heath at Logan's Roadhouse, and Zach, who I had met playing with some other group of guys. Heath and myself got together and began playing right off the bat. There was songwriting, chemistry, and we were able to put things together in a quick manner, and that doesn't happen very often with a group of instrumentalists and vocalists. So there was something special about that right off the bat from the get-go.
For your business? Trying to get into that spot and then try to go through the whole thing. So we started. Let's just start it over. Well, I started getting into that first. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, see what it's going to sound like. And then come on! Hey! I took a shit the other day and I named it Brad.
Heath and I were very dedicated to the Journeymen. We were all four very passionate about it. I recorded most of our sessions together from the get-go. We were recording things, and that never really stopped.
Sometimes you're paying dues, but today, baby.
The Journeyman recordings capture a driven, creative, inspired time that was shared amongst friends.
That's where we go into.
That's where we go into the actual. Our car connection. So we just continue what we're doing. Yeah, you continue what you're doing.
Exactly. Just play it softer.
Right, exactly.
Basically.
Right, the first one is basically we tease them, we don't give them the full chorus, and then we give them the chorus, and then we go back to a verse, and then we go to that pre-chorus, and then we drop to a break, and then we come out of the break with a pre-chorus and a chorus, and it's really not that much to remember.
Okay, let's in that case, let's start pre-chorus before the chorus where we just stop. And we'll finish it.
No, let's start from the top again, dude. Let's get this thing fucking tight, dude. What?
Let's start at the pre-chorus of the chorus where we just ended.
What? Alright. Okay, from the top again.
When I heard about what had happened to Heath, I recalled this time when he was so full of drive and so full of passion and life and hope and dreams and wonder. We shared that time, and I remembered that I had recorded these sessions. So I went searching for it.
I know we
don't go there.
Or you can just end it there on the.
Yeah, we're gonna end it like this. We're gonna be playing. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
keep spinning and be like,
he's gonna keep doing it. You're gonna do this heel pert ending, and his feet's gonna shoot 20 feet up in the air.
hey, when I go like this, how about this? When I go like this,
Yeah.
that works.
It was very hard hearing Heath's voice in the recordings. But I was glad that I had captured a little bit of that spark that Heath shared with all of us.
That's amazing. I got a lighter yet. Shit. Hey, that's fucking cool. It's like.
It's the melody for it. It's like, shit, I can't remember the chord progression. Give me a minute.
Okay. You can't remember the chord progression. Yeah. There you go. Hey, Heath, you just showed that you can have back vocals. Phil Collins.
Yeah, there you go.
He has Mike back there once in a while. Ringo. You've already pulled the Ringo too.
Neil Peart.
Neil Peart. Yes.
I got a recording of that one. I'll send it. So
He has a recording of the song they play right now.
this is the one.
Those are the only two.
Through all the jokes and all the alcohol and drugs and women and all the drama, the Journeymen were serious about creating music. All the hours of recorded sessions, there's very little chatter between runs. Most chatter that goes on in our sessions was mundane decisions regarding the process of music writing and learning new songs. It was a business, and there was a seriousness to it.
No more my
Keep
parts.
doing it, it's funny.
No, it's not funny.
You've done this like 5 times or like you just flip something already.
I know. Alright, see, now I'm getting put out. Because now I'm going to have the raspy recording, because that's the only one we're going to say, because I've already fucking done this one.
That's why we should.
This isn't a twice a nighter, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
why we should get this bad boy recorded. So we can get it up on Music Line Page.
Okay, I get the hint. I'll stop fucking up.
Okay.
Ready?
Been down so low, don't know what to do. I don't know, baby, but I'm feeling blue. I don't care. I'm paying dues. Sometimes you gotta lose. Sometimes you play the blues. But today, baby, I'm paying dues. I woke up this morning, I'm down in a van. I ain't coming in, baby. Now I'm getting in fair. I don't care. I'm paying dues. Sometimes you're gonna lose.
I'll pay him dues. Sometimes you gotta lose, sometimes you play the blues, but today, baby, I'll pay him dues. I woke up one morning and you don't really left. I guess I'm not coming back, baby. I guess I'm dead. And I don't care. Oh, I'll pay your dues. Sometimes you gotta lose. Sometimes you play the blues. But today, baby, I pay him dues.
Stop on that. Oh, there we go. I want to hear it. That makes it could have been better, but that was a good thing. It was good.
Heath was determined to pitch in any way he could to help progress the Journeymen. Uh, Several miles driven to help drive some of the band members around, equipment, space. He heated that garage so the equipment could sit out there. I mean, all types of stuff he did for the band. But when it came to the music, he really poured himself into it. And there was a selection I was able to find where it really shows Heath pouring himself into making sure that he fits the spot he needs to fit in just one song, in one little 30-second piece of a song even. He wanted to make sure that he did what he was needed to do as we were writing this song, working with Dusty and myself and Zach over and over again. What you hear is actually time compressed many, many times over to get one 30-second spot. And you hear the 30-second spot finally come out of it. And then you hear the actual studio recorded version of that same section, what it ultimately became.
He fucked it up. He fucked it up.
I should have went to G.
Okay, because I'm gonna totally drop out so it really sets the mood. You know, I'll give them one so they can hear the change. Then I'll come in narrating and we'll slowly build it up in hours. Okay, chop them. And then, hey, you guys want to play it without me?
Yeah, stay right there. I
Let him.
what I wanted to do wasn't going to work, so I got to figure out something else.
Yeah, let him hear it. Let him hear how you guys are going to drop, so he can.
Right.
He can
You want to do that last one once and then last go
Let's just start the part that he needs to figure out the part.
Right.
Just go into it. All right.
1, 2, 3.
That was perfect for that spot right there. Yeah.
Core conviction. We must all pay the cost for this thing that we have lost in this life of destruction. We must all redefine, free ourselves within our mind, free ourselves from destruction. Over and over it is said, we must not be misled in this life we lead here. We must all break away from this thing within this day, break away from destruction, and we must all have a chance to live again.
Heath had a very positive attitude. We were attacking problems head on and eager to take on new challenges, approaching bigger things, boldly approaching bigger things. And some of the things that we did, I was able to catch just Heath and I in a little improv session where Heath and I had probably gotten together before everybody else or stayed a little longer, and the recorder was already on or still going or whatever. And this was one of those times where Heath just says, let's create a calamity of noise, throw it all out to the wind, and then bring it back into something, build it into something. And that kind of really encased Heath's attitude, where we could tackle anything.
Hold that there. Make it squeal. That'll lead us into another. You know, like. And then like. Start out playing. You know, like.
This final selection from our session recordings, it's my favorite. It highlights a bit of Heath's passion for music in general, and it highlights his interest in being involved in all the parts and all the bits and pieces. He had come up with a little guitar riff, which is a little odd as a drummer, but he played a little bit of guitar, so he had come up with this little riff one night, and he wanted it to stick. So he shared it with me and Zach, and then whenever Dusty came back around for the next practice, he made sure that we pulled this little riff back out. So what you hear is the beginnings of Heath's song, and I think one of my favorite songs, Bandit. And then you also, following that is the studio recorded version of Bandit. Heath was very proud of that recording there, and I wanted to share it at the end of this audio. We're gonna miss you, Heath.
But here's the deal. It works out in good ways too. Because we've accomplished a lot already tonight. And two, now it's time to get down and talk about some business too. You got a recorder right
We got
here.
one more song to play.
Okay.
Song we played last week. I showed Dustin the song. My song.
Oh yeah, go grab your guitar so I can remember it.
You gotta try this one.